All right, last week of the finale of what I call the Misery Bowl. Because some of my least favorite characters, which, and actually they're turning out to be fine. Play styles I do not necessarily ascribe to, but it's fun to sort of run them through in any case. You can see the Swordsman is way behind. He just hasn't really gotten the breaks. He's done okay, but hasn't really found much and has not been able to pound out cards, say like the Druid has and the Sorcerer has. For the longest time, he was sort of away from the action a little bit, and you see now his cards are sort of rough in that they're very travel-y, and two of them are simply events that will give him some small items. Um, could he steal some points here? Maybe gets a gold boon of some sort, some kind of big windfall, steals 2 points, and that would get him actually up. Or even finding two great treasures would get him sort of up into contention. So he is trying to do that now. Of course, spells is rough because the swordsman can't learn any spells except for special quest stuff, right? Sorcerer and Druid. Druid is way in the lead. A lot of luck on the Druid side. It doesn't hurt that he can mostly move with impunity through most of the magic realm. The Sorcerer is trying to find ways to steal points from the Druid, either by finding great treasures, learning a spell or two, or grabbing some gold to put him over the top. And that's sort of where we are. And everybody, of course, is trying to clear out the last few of their quests. So that's where we're at. We did draw, as at the beginning of every week, we draw 3 new events. We got a dead adventurer here. We have a goblin horde here. You touch this, you kill one of these goblins, you're going to get a point. You kill the sword goblin, you get his treasure. And the monastery is here. And I think I agreed to put it in 6 to make it a little more accessible typically. So there you go. But these are sort of out of the way. Our folks are all down south. I cannot imagine who's going to run back to grab these. I mean, you might be able to squish maybe 2 points, maybe a point. I can't quite see it. So, oh, excuse me. Ooh, high energy. So let's see what happens. We have just completed day 21 here. It is day 22. We have found the cliff, so we're going to move up to the horde. And we're going to search 3 times. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So we're just going to go. We got to save days, man. But we got to move twice, so even worse. So we got to move to the horde. And then that's going to take one of the searches away. So even more imperative to get as much as we can done. The sorcerer managed to kill the bandits last time, but he has to locate the lair. So he's going to. So he was missed all yesterday, so he could not engage in combat. He's going to move to the lair. So just 2 quick moves there. Move, and then move to the lair. And then he's going to try 2 searches to try to get that locate done. So you just notice we're not hiding. He does still have some purple to melt into mist. The Druid, did the Druid find... Druid has not yet found... Druid's going to search 3 times. and try to find this so he can get to the high druid and score his point. Done. That's it. That's it for day 23. We need a monster roll here. See what that's looking like. It's looking like serpents and demons. And the swordsman will go first. So he moves twice up into there and he's going to try to locate. Nope. And try to locate one more time. Oh, that looks good. He does locate the horde. So that is sweet. I think he's going to loot a little bit and see if he can't get enough. Oh man, I don't know where he's going to sell anything, but we'll think about that if we get something good to sell. We are searching here. We do find the path, so that is caves. Caves 2-3 Caves 2-3 done. He has found it. He's done. Nothing appears, so we'll just flip those right back over. We're going to move twice. We're going to locate twice. Oh, 5. Not quite what we want. We wanted that. 2. Sort of pointless. Okay, done. Does anything appear there? Yes. Serpents. Slither 6 is going to draw 2 serpents. And that's that. That's the day. All right. We will hide just in case, and then we will search 3 times. I don't want to have to. If something appears, I want to have a little bit of the initiative here. The sorcerer. He is trying to locate the lair. He has not done that. So he needs to, he's going to hide once, try to conserve purple, search 3 times. And since we have found our thing, we're going to make 2 moves. Move, and we're going to move to the druid. And then there's not really much else to do. Oh, I tell you what we are going to do. So we're going to pop. And I don't love any of those. We're going to pop rescue, I think. And we're going to pop rescue. I don't know if we have a chit. Is there a rescue chit? There is a rescue chit. I'll take a rescue chit. We're going to pop a rescue here. Oops. Pop a rescue right there. We need to determine who needs to be rescued. 8, a Lancer. Top Lancer is going to require a rescue. So I will just do that to indicate. We'll put the Flutter Chit there. And we will put those guys right there. So done. And so that's what he's going to do. So he's going to move there. And then I hate to say he's going to move back out. So he's going to move 3 and try to get a jump on that because I think that's a long haul back out of here. So he is done. And we are, I think, all done with the day. Let's roll a monster roll. Oh, hey, got wolf slipping. And it is indeed wolves and goblins and so on. The swordsman will go first, and he's going to loot this board, right? He hides once just in case it was dragons. He does. And now he's going to loot 3 times. Move these dice up out of the way a little bit. Board is awesome. It's got 9 treasures. We're going to draw the 4th one. It is a flying carpet. Wow. Not 100% sure how I feel about the flying carpet, aside from that's awesome, but it's only active in purple. So we might have to drop it because it's only active in purple. So that absolutely doesn't help us because we got to carry the damn thing. Certainly not a source of purple. I wish it was lighter. Like it's medium. I don't actually love that. Gloves card, weapon and armor card, combat effects, hits tables, timeless jewel, flowers of rest. Nobody knows. I'm looking at my rule book here just to make sure I'm interpreting that correct. One use cards, flowers of rest, boots cards. Flying carpet. Unbreakable, permanent spell can be energized with purple magic. Spell cannot be broken. When the spell is energized, the flying carpet is an M2 chit. The owner of the card can play it once per round of combat using repeatedly. The card's owner can also use it to fly during his turn, but we don't have access to purple magic. So that is right now just a medium chit, which is going to get us killed. A medium card. So as much as I would love to keep that damn thing, we're going to sit on it right there. So it's going to drop. That was our first loot. Our second loot is also the 4th. Maybe we get a better luck. Crypt of the Night. So what do we got here? Crypt of the Night. Turn face up to the bottom of the box. It was drawn. I just usually do that to make sure I remember it is there. So, and again, let me take a quick look just to make sure. I don't think the Crypt of the Night. Actually, let's take a look at what's in the damn Crypt of the Night. The Bane Sword, the T Armor, Treasure Gold piece. I'm not even sure we're interested. That's 2. This is his 3rd and final loot of the day. 6. Scroll of Alchemy. All right. Now, totally useless, by the way, for him. But that's going to give him a great treasure, and that changes the score considerably. So that's good. Good for him. So he has searched 3 times, only found 1 thing of use, but it's 3. Nothing's going to appear, so that's good. Now we got the Druid. The Druid essentially does this, goes here and goes here. He is going to turn this in, which we will put on the Crone's sheet, actually. So he does turn it into the Druid. Let's quickly read what happens. Druid's test. Oh, wow, that is big. Druid test your skills at herbalism, bring him any potion, score a VP. So that's the first thing, and the most important thing. So that's going to be another VP, bringing him to 6. And you can learn a random type 2 spell and get a type 2 chit to cast it with, which is pretty huge. So type 2/4, which is a little clunky to generate, but let's see what the spell is. It is 5. He gets heal. So there you go. That's another spell earned. And I have to find super clunky. What do your chits look like, sir? There we go. We're gonna steal a chit. Bam. And that's the Druid's turn. Now, that's not getting him much more since he already has 1 spells, but it really means no one's going to take that off of him. There's no good way for someone to grab 3 spells in this short a time. We are hiding once and searching 3 times. We are not hidden, but we are going to search 3 times. We're trying to locate this place. Did we already locate it? No, we have not located this treasure site. That's a fail. That is a fail. That is a failure. Done. Goblins. Ruins is going to draw goblins on top of us, which is a little bit of a bummer. Patter 2 is going to draw goblins. And just making this hex just a little bit less hospitable. And that is the day. So not super fruitful for our... And he moves here. That was his last move. So I think the Sorcerer is going to have to melt into mist. He will run out of the hex too, just because. And he started there, so he's going to go there, I think, right? Did he start the day? Yes, he did. So we're on day 24. So let's take a look, because this is slowly... so we completed the Druid's test. So that is done. We get the challenge. I don't think he's even gonna... Might not even look at that. So let's take a quick look at the scores here again as we start getting to the end. So one thing of interest, the Swordsman getting a great treasure has now scored 1.5 points, and he has reduced the Druid to 1.5 also. So that is not a huge bump down, but it is a small bump down for the Druid, and the Sorcerer thanks him for that. Sorcerer has not gained or lost anything, so he's still at 8. And then the Druid has scored a point and then lost half a point. That puts him in 11-5. So not good. He is still cruising. Scoring in most of our categories pretty well. And it's day 24 we're writing, so it's coming, getting down there to the wire a little bit. So the question is, and we are going to hide and search 3 times again. We're going to see if we can't draw anything more out of there and then reassess. The Sorcerer is going to have to move out today. But he moves out. Oh, man. I just wanted to find that damn lair, is what I wanted to do. No, he's going to go this way again. So he's going to go here and here. So he's going to move. Let's let him move twice. So he moved to the valley. He is going to rest. He's going to spell X and spell real quick. That's 2 moves. Yeah, so he is done. That is his day. The Druid's still in the caves and has to sort of figure out what his last items are. So he can go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3 to 6. So move to 6, and the Druid is done. So we are sort of burning through these last few days here. No one's getting a lot done. Oh, it's bats, because, bats. And Swordsman's first. Swordsman hides. He does. He loots. Come on, we got to get some. Oh my god, 6. I think that's a fail. Nope, he gets the 6th treasure in the pile. That's good, thankfully. Deft gloves. So I like that a lot. So that is super useful. So 1. That's 1 die for loot. Theoretically, he can't actually wear them till tomorrow. Not a big fan of that roll. 2. 3rd loot, he gets the 3rd card. Eye of the Moon. I still think he's got to drop this because I don't think I want to carry medium stuff unless I can get it immediately to a place to sell it. We will definitely keep the deft gloves. They will definitely go there. That's a fight L2 with no asterisks. That's huge. Nothing appears because no bats appear. So we are done with that guy. The Druid goes 1, 2, 3. He is done. The Sorcerer goes 1, 2. And then he is going to rest once and flip that shit. And I think that's it. So day 25. God, we just got to score. Sorcerer can get the 9 points. Killing those guys is pointless. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's so he's not going to make it. So Mountain Pilgrim, I think, is a lost cause. You're talking 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you're talking how many days? There's 4 treasures left. you can $10 you could actually eke out points if you can find a place to sell this stupid thing to. I don't know that you can. Hope for the large campfire. Maybe the company shows up at the large campfire. Your rogues are going to leave here in a few days. We're going to one more search thing, and then we're going to go to the campfire, and maybe we can sell to somebody. We can't afford to rest too much. We are going to hide. We're going to move. I believe move into the lair again. So we're going to indicate that we're going to the lair. We're going to search and maybe find the damn lair. Done. The druid is going to move. He would like to pull off the rescue or get to the lost castle. Move. Sure. Although there are prowling monsters, so he can't just. So I think he's going to go 1-2 into the gray. So move into the valley. And then that doesn't give him a whole bunch to do. And then he's just gonna hide. He'll be done for there, but he can cast Nudge, for instance, in the gray, so that's done. All right, so let's see what's what. I'm not super thrilled. This game may be ending with a little bit of a whimper here. So we got giants and trolls coming. Swordsman is going to search 4 times. So he's going to loot 4 times, hoping to get some stuff he can carry, and that's amazingly valuable. 3, Map of the Lost Castle. Well, that is neither amazing or valuable, but we're going to stick with that. That's 1 loot. This is his 2nd loot. It's a 4. Nope. 3rd loot. The 2. Oh, he only rolls 1 die. Shit. Okay, well, hold on. So I'm going to re-roll this. So that was the 1st loot. He pulled the castle. 2nd loot is a 1. Remains of the Thief. Oh, God. Okay, well, this is good and shitty all at the same time. So we roll for a curse. We immediately take the shit. Which, by the way, is awesome shit for us. The Regent of Jewels. Oh, my. Again. Awesome. That is definitely a winner. So I'm going to just pretend that we activated all that. So that's the 2nd, but he has to roll, and $20. So that is interesting all of a sudden, but we do have to roll for a curse, and we are hoping for, God, I don't even know. None of these are great. 5. Gold is worthless, and so we have the Ashes curse. So, I mean, I have gold, but it's not going to score me any points. So there's the irony there, because we would have been in second place with just that gold, and then we could have maybe sold. But I don't think we can burn this curse in the meantime. So I think we are just going to have to suck it up. I think this is his last loot, and it's oh, geez. Lucky Charm, roll a die. So what did he get? He got the Map of the Lost Castle. He got the Regent Jewels. He got the Lucky Charm. And he got the Remains of the Thief. So yes, he indeed looted that out really well. And nothing appears because it's giants and trolls, which is nothing. So we will see what sort of we think about there for his last move. The Druid goes 1-2. He's going to hide. Sure. He's done. Sorcerer, I think hides once, moves into the lair, tries to do a search, trying to eke out a point. So this is his hide. He is hidden. Hey, that worked. He moves up in. He rolls the locate roll, which is totally going to work. No, it's a 6. Not cool. Giants and trolls. Right? Yes, is nothing in here. So, all right. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't know what. He can't spend his gold. He can't rehire his guys, which he wouldn't have anyway, I don't think. I think he is mostly. I think we're moving to Bad Valley. So I think we're just move. Bad Valley. Rogue 3 is going to leave at that point. That's our buddy forever. That's the young knight. So Rogue 3 is going to bolt. So he'll be done. Sorcerer is going to hide. He's going to search 3 times. Like I said, we're just trying to eke a point out. Druid is here. So last night, the Druid is going to fatigue this chit with the gray, and he's going to cast Nudge. Done. So he has a Nudge chit ready to roll. So that's last night. Today, I think he's going to hide 2 times. No, he's going to hide once. Hide once. Move into the rescue. And do a search. Because I think if he can do that, so the rescue, let's take a look. How do we resolve a rescue? Ultimately, you can free the captive by stealth, being hidden and rolling discover chits in his clearing. There you go. That's going to score a point if he can just even do that. So hide, move, do a search, see if he can't cut the guy loose, and he will then become a follower of you, and so on. I think we're good on day 26. And it is time to roll a monster roll. So 1, so we're going to pop some dragons here. Okay. He is moving into the Bad Valley. So Swordsman, Gets out of dodge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Moves into Bad Valley. He is done. The Druid is going to hide 1 die. He goes in. He's going to do a search. He needs a 4 or 1 because he has to do a locate. Oh, and that's nothing. Okay. Does anything appear? Well, yeah. No. He's the Druid. So he either... he'll just leave it be. Knowing that he's going to get sort of banged on here in a minute. Or, I mean, if he wanted to cement his win, he would actually not flip the chits over. Flutter will appear. The layer will pop. So, yeah, I mean, we'll be as competitive as we can be. So, knowing he's hidden, he doesn't have to flip the chits over, so he doesn't. So, Flutter is going to pop. Slither is going to pop. So, all of a sudden, this tile becomes rife with Dragonkind here. The layer pops. So we're getting pretty much all the noise. Because we know we're hidden, that's okay, because we know that it'll all prowl off our thing anyway. The Sorcerer goes, then, and he has to roll a hide, which he does, thankfully, and he's going to search 3 times. All with the hopes of just popping. A 3 does nothing for us. A 3 does nothing for us. Can we not roll a goddamn 3? Does nothing for us. And then we are then beset upon by a ton of dragons. There you go. Oh my gosh, that's a mess. I don't think anything else appears. I think we are good to go. We leave Swordsman 3 behind, though. Here. I think we're going to just move into the ledges. So we're just... Maybe we set the last day in the... no, this will be day what? So hold on. Is this going to be day 27? Oh, then it doesn't even matter when we do day 28. We'll never know. So in actuality, what we need to do, I hate to say it, but he's pretty much done. We're just going to hide 4 times and ride this out. See where the score sort of takes us. And so be it. I think the Sorcerer has to hide and do 3 searches because he's still trying to find the lair. That'll get him a point. I think the Druid is going to hide, and he is going to search 3 times in an attempt to find this guy and get that done. So day 27. So we're just sort of seeing how this all ends up. We have serpents and demons, and the Swordsman hides 4 times, and he is done. The Druid will hide once in an attempt to keep his butt out. Yep, there you go. So he hides. 1 located. So he has rescued the Lancer, who is now also hidden with him, by the way. Oops, I just deleted the Lancer. That's Lancer 3. Just deleted Lancer 3. Sorry, Lancer 3. You have been deleted. So we got Lancer 3. Gonna put that on the Druid sheet as his second buddy there. There's all the buddies. That does indeed score us a point. So that's the 7th point in cards that he's gotten. Nothing else is really going to matter. And then serpents and demons are prowling. So we're going to see serpents converge, and Slither 6 is going to call the big guy. Sorcerer has to hide. He does, and now he needs to also do 3. That's a fail. 1 search, 2 search, 3 searches. Oh, he fails all 3 times. All the serpents then glom onto him. And so let's take a quick look here right before the end. Let's see what is what. So the swordsman only has 3 points. He's going to score 1 for prowess. Gold is ashes. He cannot score it. So we're just going to make sure that we remember that with an X. Great treasures. He has 2 of them, so he's actually going to score 2 points, and that's going to drop the Druid to a single point there. So I think we're going to get to 6 on the swordsman. And the Druid has 11, but if we go to the Druid, we'll notice that he's actually scored an additional point for the rescue. So that's going to put him up to 12 points. And I think the Sorcerer's got nothing. The Sorcerer literally has... So the Druid's going to walk. So we're sort of done. The Druid's going to walk to here. The Sorcerer literally has to hide his last day. We're not even going to write it. So he hides. He's going to take 3 searches. Does he locate this dam? That's 1. 2, he does locate the lair. So we mark the lair off. And then for his last activity in the game, he will loot the lair, getting nothing. That is going to give him an additional point. So he hid and searched. He does get an additional point. Going to put him at 6. I like how I did that all just sitting there with you staring at the scoreboard. But that's it. That's our final score. Druid scored 12, Sorcerer 9, Swordsman 6. 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. So I think that was a fairly competitive game, actually. It was interesting. I screwed the wizard big time, so I do. Sorry, Gandalf. I love this game because you'll notice that I literally in that game went through maybe not half the deck, maybe more than a third, but not half the deck in any case. So it's sort of fun to know that you're only going to see a certain amount of the deck in any given playthrough, even with 4 characters. You just and these guys cycled them pretty good. We cleared 16 points a card, which is not bad. And the wizard had a couple too before he died. So if you think about that, you're talking, I don't know, that's what, 13, 16 points, maybe 18 points of cards. Maybe if he would have cleared, 20. I don't know. Same thing with the events. We saw this many events. You're going to see 12 events every game, with maybe a caveat that you're really good at clearing them or a lot of NPCs show up. You might get 1 or 2 extra events during the game. So yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with that. As the misery bowl as it is, I jokingly call it the misery bowl because of those characters, the only one that I would regularly play would probably be the sorcerer, which I never do well at. I think the sorcerer did really well because he mainly focused on his strength. I think killing dudes. If and so, if that King Soldiers quest comes up, Sorcerer immediately goes and takes the rogues out. I think that's just a given. That's his forte. Strangely enough, is killing those guys. I think you nuke him. You're going to get a point. You're going to get some quick notoriety, maybe a little bit of gold. You have a reason to do it, and so you do it. Otherwise, he killed lots of stuff. And I don't. I think that maybe part of the problem is, if you have missed up, you might not be bold enough with him. I think jumping into those big piles of monsters and just lighting off a fireball and hoping to roll, say, a couple fours or threes on the dice to kill some of the bigger stuff is wholly reasonable. And if you only get two or three of them, you got two or three of them. And if no one else is going to go in there because they can't handle, half a dozen creatures, you can because you can hear blow up a fireball and then melt into mist. So I think this game gave me a little bit of perspective on the sorcerer in the quest game. The quest game is hard for some of the characters because the victory conditions are more malleable, they're changeable. Traditionally, if I'm the sorcerer, I'm just going for notoriety and gold and maybe a treasure to just if even I do that because I really should just go kill natives one at a time with fireballs, um, and just rack up notoriety. And you can do that with fame. You can still do fame with goblins, as a for instance, but notoriety is usually absolutely your best bet. Um, but with this game, it doesn't really matter. I mean, he scored 103. His closest competitor was 16. So he only scored 2 points, even though he dwarfed that dude's score. So that's sort of one where you go, I don't know if that's a flaw in the game or whether it's a good, like the game never rewards you doing a lot of one thing, if that makes any sense. That quest game absolutely rewards you for doing lots of different things. I think certain characters suffer with that. Um, so in the meantime, I am done with this one, and we will see what's coming up. I don't know. I think maybe we'll have to think of another sort of what to think of some other wacky games, maybe all fighters, or maybe I don't know. I have to think about what might be fun to do. Maybe you give the captain the Amazon bows, and it's the elf and the woods girl and the captain and the Amazon. Maybe you pull teams. Maybe I don't know. I have to think about it. I did like, by the way, um, I thought these spell cards were super handy, in my opinion. The quest things were okay. There needs to be a couple like the magic chits you can pull and all that stuff. But these quest cards were aces. I'm very much happy with that I spent the couple hours doing these. So all right, there is my final board. Here's our final scores again. Druid wins. The Druid is the winner of 16 character tournament. Um, you know, he is good at that. He can move quietly and get shit done. That's what he did. So, and I think that's what the quest game sort of, it punishes single mindedness and absolutely uh, uh, values being able to get around the board and you know you force your agenda. So all right, that's it. Thank you. Um, maybe we should do some tutorial videos. I'm not that good at the game, but maybe that might be fun. Might be useful to some people. So, all right, I'll talk to you all later. Thank you. Bye bye.